Okay, meeting called to order. Time now is 18:36. Roll call, Perez, present. Foreman, present. Serentino, present. Cardenas, excused absence. Judy Spartacer, present. Pedro Fiallo, present. Nico Ortiz, present. Ed Baez, present. Chris has resigned, so we need to remove him. I'd like to formally and publicly acknowledge Major Lott's service to the Veterans Committee. He has an incredible resume. We're so lucky to have him. Besides being a major in the reserves, he's a doctor of social work, incredibly good human being, and he's done so much for us. But he's moved to Surfside,
Right.
and and his obligations as basically a combat trauma therapist, keeps him too busy to be able to drive all the way over here and continue to participate. So, as we say in the Marines and the Navy, fair winds and following seas to our good friend Major Lott. Monique absent, and Bill absent. Okay, please rise for pledge of allegiance and one sign.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please sit down. We have a few guests here. First, I'd like to acknowledge appreciate your service as a veteran, and also good luck on the vote in January
21st, yeah.
He asked us if we can be there the 21st to support him.
No, if I can be there, I will be there.
What time? is it?
What time?
21st, 6:30.
21st.
What day of the week is that?
It's a Tuesday.
At 6:30?
Yes,
I'll be there.
yeah, thank you. Thank you, Larry. During public comments, though, I'd like to mention something. I was reviewing, the agenda and item 7A. 7A down 2. One of the things that I actually put on my application is that I'm gonna create what's called a volunteer initiative, where it connects the committees for the town with high schools, Boy Scouts, because there's nothing in Miami Lakes for the high schoolers that need volunteer hours for college applications to find out where they can do volunteer hours. So for all the events that happen around town, not just the Veterans Committee, Cultural Affairs Committee, Public Safety Committee, all the committees, as a focal point to bridge that gap. So that volunteers are no longer, you have to run after and try to find them. They will come to you instead of you having to go there.
Nice.
Okay, so I saw it on the agenda and it was one of the things that I was actually campaigning on.
Thanks.
Okay.
You said it's 6 p.m.
At 6:30 it starts, but I would recommend getting there at 6 because it's gonna be a very
Okay,
full house.
okay.
At 6 o'clock.
I recommend being there at 6 because it will be full, very full.
Very much.
So that volunteer initiative is.
I'll do public comments. If you want to say anything, please do.
I mean, I'm just waiting for
Doctor.
the doctor,
All right.
but it's great to be here again. Alan Majeski, Faith Home Care. We have, we provide home care in South Florida, from everything from Medicaid, Medicare, private, but now we're getting into the veteran, arena, where we're gonna be really hoping to help the community and really educate them. A lot of veterans, they don't even know that these programs exist. Like if you Google right now, the best kept secret for veterans on Google, the Aid in Attendance program will come up. And that program is good for any veteran who was a combat war veteran is eligible to receive free home care. And also like the spouse, even if the spouse is living there. And most veterans don't even know it exists. So I actually met with someone in Palm Beach County who's very involved in the vets. Really going to get involved in educating and doing community events. And I was talking to Pedro last week. We want to do the same thing here in Miami Lakes. Just, well, we're happy to sponsor and get involved in the community. And let them know that we're here to help and we could help. And that's why Dr. Eric is pulling up now. He's here. But he's gonna speak about a new program launching in July. Where he was chosen as one of the only 34 people in the state of New York. Hello,
He's part sponsor of the last event that we did with the American
Hello?
Legion. He was part sponsor.
yeah, I sponsored the event with the American Legion.
Fantastic.
And Dr. Eric is he's part by the other door.
The main door maybe?
I'm outside. Coming. Door's locked. The door's that's locked. So he's a doctor and the program he's gonna present right now is called the Guide Model. The Guide Model is a new program launching in July 2025, where anyone who is, you can be a vet or non-vet, but we're here because if you want to let it know, if you're a vet and you have dementia, Alzheimer's, and Medicare is going to cover 85 hours of respite care for free, 24/7 support for anyone calling up middle of the night that needs help with someone with dementia, care navigation to manage
85 hours
of respite care, which means respite is if somebody's
per 6 months, per 1 month?
per year,
Per year.
But a lot of the
For the caregivers, you know.
for the caregivers, great, like it could be a spouse, wants a break. Here's Dr. Eric.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing, Doctor?
Hi.
We were just talking about you, so you want to introduce yourself? This is the public
Public comments.
public
section.
comment section, and floor is yours. This is Dr. Eric Eliav, a good friend of mine and a wonderful doctor who was chosen to launch this guide model, one of 34 participants in the state to launch this. So
Thank you, thank you. How much time do I have? Because usually my rabbi talks, the amount of time it takes him to walk from this house to the synagogue, and it's 5 minutes, but it took me about an hour to drive here, so.
Yeah,
That's a joke, that's a joke.
You're not taking it
I can see it.
out. Normally, actually, by the Roberts rules, I think that public comments are usually limited to 3 minutes.
You, so to just introduce myself, my name is Dr. Eric, I'm a physician by trade. Started doing house calls for the elderly folks, and grandmas and grandpas all over New York for the past, we did it in New York for 10 years. My wife and I started the company. Then I moved to Florida, continued doing house calls, grew with nurse practitioners and team members. And then Medicare came out with something called the Guide Model. How many of you guys heard about the Guide Model? The Guide Model is a new complete program from Medicare to providers like myself. And there's only 34 of us in the state to take care of 500,000 people who have dementia. And so the rules are you have to have dementia, you have to have straight Medicare. You can't have hospice or PACE or any other type, it has to be straight Medicare. And what does it mean to take care of someone who has dementia, right? Because that's very broad. There are 5 key components. One component is where we're working very closely with Alan. It's called respite. How many of you guys know what respite care is? So let's make pretend you're taking care of mom. And now you have a wedding in New York or California. And you're like, look, I usually take care of mom, but I need 3-4 days where I could leave for the wedding and make sure that someone's actually going to take care of my mom. That's from Medicare. This is completely new, never before. Comes in and pays for something called respite care, where we would provide you through a company like Allen's or another home care agency up to 83 hours or $2,500 of additional care for your loved one while you're not there. Same thing with assisted living. It's up to $2,500 if you're going to California, you need 6-7 days, same concept there. That's one. Other thing is care coordination. Mom went to the hospital, mom went to the cardiologist, mom went to all these different places, or anyone who has dementia went to these different places, and now it's all a mess. It's not coordinated. We have systems, tech systems that would pull all the data from where mom was, reconcile it, and make sure that she's getting the right treatment. Another example, 3 o'clock in the morning, mom is seeing something. She's coming to you. You don't know whether this is an emergency or not. You call your doctor, he says, go to the hospital. With us, it's different. You call us, we guide you through what you need to do, and we actually send someone, we're partnering, to send someone to your home before you go to the hospital to try to avoid mom or dad to go to the hospital. So this is completely new from Medicare. Excited to be here, excited to say hello, and happy to answer any questions if you have any.
Do you have your card, doctor?
Yes, definitely. I can definitely give
And
you.
the idea would be to let the vet population know about this program, that there's a lot of vets
Right.
that have Medicare.
Yeah, thank
This
you
is a
guys for your
separate program.
service.
Are you guys scheduled to show up to the American Legion post meetings anytime soon?
No, but we can.
We'd love to.
That's the population you want to hit.
I'm gonna lead you.
But Medicare is a requirement.
Correct,
Yeah.
correct.
You have some cards. You guys-
Yes, I'll lead this too.
The average age of our American Legion post is like 75. That's when we put it that way.
I
Yes.
think it's maybe over.
So maybe it could be older than that.
I mean, if he joins, we can bring it down.
Alex, give me your.
Hi.
Good evening.
The tardy.
Yeah, please sit down, sit down, sit down.
When's the next American Legion,
How are you?
This Saturday.
Next meeting is this Saturday.
Oh, nice.
The problem is it's on Saturday.
Right.
You know, that's just a lot. All right, thank you very
We
much.
spoke
Ma'am.
about that before. This is
Ma'am,
bad,
you-
it's
you-
difficult, yeah.
You want to make any public comments or tell us,
There's no public comments on my end. I'm Alexandra. I just actually moved back from, I moved from New York, back to Miami Lakes and don't have like a ship out date yet, but I'm joining the army, going for the officer candidate,
Are you?
school route, so this year offer my help.
Thank you. Okay, well, glad to have
I
you.
already know.
That's cool.
Have it.
Good for
I'm
you.
also volunteering for the Ranger Run, and we're volunteers.
Thank you.
so Thank you.
Thank you for your service, but go Navy, beat Army.
Sir, ma'am, I know you guys. My American Legion post. You guys, you want to talk about, there's public comments period right now, so if you have anything you want to mention.
Yeah, just in the essence of time, what we're doing is, Ron Green with Fishing with America's Finest. What we're doing is putting together the 50th commemoration for the Vietnam War. A proclamation was signed in 2012 by Barack Obama to honor the Vietnam vets for a 50-year period. The culmination is going to be March 29th of this year, will be the 50-year point. What we're trying to do is we did an event 2 years ago in Miami Lakes to honor the Vietnam vets, and we thought we'd bring it back home because I'm a member of the Legion here.
Correct.
To do that same ceremony. So we're just soliciting donations, volunteers, people in the community that are willing to put this event together. And if you could, had this letter for Commissioner Garcia. I was gonna give it to Gary, but he's not here, so if you could
All right.
present that to him for donations and support. Commissioner Garcia was at the event in 2012 and was very instrumental in getting the
Raymond?
event to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Yes.
Renee Garcia?
Ray or?
Renee Garcia.
Oh, Renee, I see.
Renee Garcia.
Like I said, sorry, we're late.
No.
Let me give it to you. I think Ray should be, Renee should be able to help out.
Yeah.
They're asking
Thank you,
for,
sir. If anyone
Well,
has any
2,000,
questions or
2,000.
need additional information about the event or how they can.
well, we definitely want to do this again, and we definitely,
Yeah.
and, you know, the other thing I would
And I
say
wrote you
is,
an email today.
if you can draft a sample proclamation,
Which historic is
you know, because what I want to do
Historic,
is
is it
I'd like.
He's
for-
the founder of
Yeah.
Fishing with the America's
Our mayor.
Finest. I'm the chair for the commemoration.
Okay.
I work with Renee, that's why he.
This was paid.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be careful.
He's sending a letter over Renee Garcia. Yeah, then I get to do it. Okay, so. Yeah, so if you guys could draft a sample proclamation, so I can get it to Mayor Josh Villegas, and then he can issue that proclamation from the town of Miami Lakes, honoring the 50th anniversary and honoring, you know, maybe what you guys are doing. You know, at least, you know, I can send it up to him. Worst he can say is no, but I don't think we will.
Okay.
So, you know, if you can do that, that'll be great. You know, that way.
Thank you, Doc.
Proclamation,
Thank you.
to have you brought up front and stuff like that and recognize what you're doing for everybody. So,
That was a great event, by the way. I enjoyed going.
it was a great event. It's better. Okay, all right. Order of business, deferrals, additions and deletions.
Oh, one thing.
Okay.
If you guys could look at the community calendar and see what date would be available in March or April. We were looking at the 29th because it is the key date, but if we can't do it on the 29th of March, we'd like to. I think. I don't think.
I don't think we do. Okay, public comments is closed, orders of business, deferrals, additions and deletions.
Right, I'd like to add, somewhere in there in the reindeer run to add to, so the committee would vote to, for the use of the leftover swag shirts and stuff from the reindeer run. I have,
Okay.
like,
So.
I have use for it. So I need the committee to vote on that.
Okay, so you want to order, new business, make it 8 Delta,
Yes, please.
over swag. And I propose. Now, Ed, do we have to vote on each one, or can we do a block? Vote for each edition,
No, I think we can just
do it by block.
Yeah.
Okay, I propose an 8 Echo, which will be Fishing with America's Finest, and selecting a date. And getting it as something we want to work on, so we can have it set up. Anybody want to second that a motion to add those 2 items? Motion on the table is to add on new business 8 Delta, what to do with leftover swag, 8 Echo, Fishing with America's Finest, dates and planning. All those in favor to add that? Pass it. Any further deferrals, additions, or deletions? Okay, moving on, please review the minutes.
Motion to approve the minutes. They are.
A motion.
Second.
Second from
Second.
Diallo. All those in favor to approve the minutes?
Aye.
You pass it. Okay, old business, Reindeer Run 2024 after action. First of all, it was so much fun. Well, it was really an awesome time.
It was good,
You
it was
know,
good.
and and the Marines that show up from the Civil Affairs Group unit that bring the Humvee and stuff, they leave with so much t-shirt, food, and all that stuff, and they really appreciate it. That's why I never have a problem when I ask. It's because we take care of them, and thank you, Judy, and thank you for all the, headquarters Toyota folks, and thank you for everybody here who showed up and helped out, and for the American Legion Post guys who showed up and looked around. And
And thank you, Isabel, thank you.
yes, and the
Appreciate
Knights of
it.
Columbus guys who showed up and helped
Yeah,
out,
thank
and
you.
all the students that did show up and helped out.
Yeah.
I really made it so much easier, and I think it gets better and better every year. It's amazing, it
It's
really
getting
is.
easier.
Okay, so these are, yes,
She will receive a proclamation, it's only gonna be the 21st, will be in February, from the town of Miami Lake, whatever.
I want a bagpipe player too, just for the record.
okay, I'll find one.
Yes,
Kidding.
If not, it'll be.
we're gonna
me.
sing, we're gonna sing.
It'll be me, Ed, and Larry with kazoos. It'll sound really good. It'll sound really good, though.
Kazoos?
The kazoos. But, okay, the output I saw was the hard work and the fundraising you guys did, which is, it just gets better and better. The volunteers came through for race day. We're talking about the swag day when lots of promises and no one showed up. But the volunteers came through on race day to set up a takedown. That was fantastic. The money we raised exceeded last year's amount, which you know, was Judy's go and she of course makes her
Yes.
roll. The down I saw is, I don't know how, we ran out
I
of
know what
first,
happened.
second and
I know
third
what
place.
happened.
What happened?
He gave us the winners with the wrong format, because we voted to not do all those trophies
Correct.
in it. And he gave us the wrong list, he gave us the full, his own.
Ah,
I guess he didn't put what we decided into his system, that was
Right,
maybe a
okay,
lack of communication or
okay.
or a mistake.
okay, but we still got, we owe medals to people because we
Yeah.
promised them, so we'll take care of it. Are we? we
I
got
think
the
they're
list?
working on it, I mean, I saw Isle was communicating with Ruben and, yeah.
I'll check up with
Yeah, let's make sure we follow up. We don't want folks to be upset, you know, okay,
Hopefully we
that
figure out-
happens, you know, miscommunication happens, though.
Yeah.
Lessons learned, we'll make sure was Ruben?
It was Ruben, yeah, and
Yeah,
I
tell
think he
Ruben.
said it was his bad, so I think
Yeah.
he just didn't merge that plan.
Yeah,
With his
okay, so
system.
we'll make sure we get it done right.
I was there today, this afternoon, I was over there, somebody come in and says I have to give her a check. To say to Isla from the radio,
Who's bringing money?
I don't know, this guy was put in, got a check.
We're still getting money for the reindeer run?
Well, then add more, no,
Are you still shaking people down?
I'm not shaking people down.
Stand down, please, stand down.
I'm shaking people down for my women in automotive social now, I got that coming up in February, I'm done shaking down for everyone.
Okay, all right, for our volunteers, well, we had a bunch of volunteers show up one day, you know, in our meeting, and then when it came for the swag bag loading, they weren't
There
around.
were two,
There was two of them and me and Larry.
Yeah.
You know, so we gotta figure out a way to do a better
you
communication
were gonna
plan.
come, but I told you not to.
Yeah.
Nicole was on standby.
I was coming too.
I told her not to come.
No, because we were supposed to have so many people, we didn't have room, but I think part of the problem, I think someone identified it, is, you know how we have our WhatsApp kind of chat group to make sure folks are showing up? We need to create something like that, Isabella, when we have volunteers, you know, like maybe a little group. So you can send them a reminder that when we have the swag bag, you know, put together or whatever, that they show up.
Or Alex's repository might be something that's gonna be
That may work.
advantageous.
That may aware, especially if it pushes information out, that would work.
Great, that'll be great.
Yes. Okay. All right, third thing is, why doesn't the town have a pickup truck? Why do they rely on my pickup truck?
We have one pickup truck and it's for parks, so it's not our pickup truck.
Can we
So-
like check it out maybe? Can we like in advance ask
We
for it?
have used that pickup truck. They help with the tables and chairs, so we did use the pickup truck, but during the event, it's not ours to
Oh.
use. And for past events, communities have rented a vehicle for the purposes. if
Yeah, Jesus.
No, I got a pickup truck. We'll use
So-
my pickup truck for free.
It's
but
just, we don't have our own numbers to
Okay.
rent for an event,
Okay.
if that makes
I was just asking, and now I know the answer.
sense.
Maybe we have a new councilman who wants to buy us a new pickup.
Oh, my God.
Just saying.
Yeah,
And a few
Okay.
more cows
the
and.
one we use in it.
Committee
it's the
truck.
one Jesus bought it from you.
What?
Jesus, I think is the one that has it, right? The
Oh,
pickup
one,
truck,
yeah.
I think he bought it from Toyota.
Cool. Oh,
Yes, he bought it from you.
It'd be
Yeah, I
it
remember
could be
I
an
bought it.
in-kind donation from headquarter Toyota.
Oh, yeah, okay.
A 2007 Toyota Tundra.
I cannot ask anything from this woman. It cannot. All right, so we have also we have previously agreed on proceeds for the rates allocation. They're right there, 50% for Veterans Monument. Town of Miami Lakes, 30% for Veterans Family Scholarship, Town of Miami Lakes. And 20% for American Legion Post. By the way, we made the paper, the reindeer run with the, Veterans Family Scholarship Program,
Which paper?
the Miami Lake.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, come on, is there any other? And so I just want to make sure that everyone's good with that allocation, we already voted on it. Just want to hear any discussion, any issues.
can I share the results a little bit? Because I don't know,
Sure.
you guys I was kind of chatting with, but we ended up with 449 registrations. And our first race in 2022, we had 631. However, we raised more money in registrations with this one, so remember, we got real stressed out because people weren't registering till the last minute, we
Yeah.
kept breaking the price and giving specials and Black Friday special, and we just kept slashing the price, and so stick to it, and like just knowing they're gonna show up, I think was a really good position that we took this year. Total 3-year revenue count with 1,587 registrations for the past 3 years, so that's
Wow.
really, really cool number, and I don't have the exact last minute here, unfortunately, in this text, but as of the night before the race, we had 55,000 in total revenue, including registrations and sponsorship. Probably ended up around 57, I'm kind of guessing, but you guys are still finalizing.
That is
right?
nice.
Yeah, they're still finalizing.
Almost.
I'm still shaking.
Great
Wait, I got one more tomorrow.
Great job.
You don't know what our, don't know what our net revenue is gonna be?
Not yet.
No.
They're gonna couple
Hopefully
things
by
left.
the end of January.
Next meeting.
Thanks.
Okay, fantastic. All right, okay. Moving right along to old business. And we have a QR code, we only have one QR code for one item on Veterans Park, and that's for Gary's Pavilion. If you put the if you take a picture of the QR code there, Gary's bio and picture comes up,
That's awesome.
which is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So, so the answer is, I know that we now have kind of like, that was our, what do you call it, beta test? Is that what you guys call it? Beta test to see if the town could do it. So now we know the town can do it, and we know we have all these trees along the park and stuff that are dedicated to veterans that either passed away in training or stuff, or town, you know, important to the town and others. And so I would like to get some student that's willing to take down the information and solicit from, you know, the family members of the people who those trees were dedicated to, or whatever was dedicated to, so we can get like some biography and a picture of them. So we can do up the QR code and pay for that.
Sounds like a great Eagle Scout project.
I think so too, you know, and
Not
so
just Eagle Scout,
any scout, right?
if I
Or
may,
the Girl
through the chair.
Scouts, a gold
If
project.
the American Legion gives awards in schools, high schools, middle schools, things like that.
Yeah.
It could be part of the award requirement to develop the biographies for the QR code
Are those awards given like for
annually.
posts? The post has its own rights to do what it wants with those things like
Yep.
locally?
Gary gives them every single year.
Yeah, but I mean, they actually have a set criteria, and they're nominated by the schools. You know, the teachers nominate them, so, I mean, what I'm trying to think of, maybe I'll go to the Education Advisory Board
Mhm.
and see if we can partner with them to do that, you know? And that way they can find somebody for me, because I know we have the Goldman folks there. So
And Jose Marti is there too,
when's the next Educational Advisory
Monday.
Board? Monday?
Monday.
It's coming on Monday? Okay, so I'll go there. And I'll ask them to do that, because in the end, what would be nice to see is that the town can create kind of a historical branch. You know, I know we're only 20 years old, but you know, start now. And instead of having bricks with someone's name and no one knows who the heck that person was, the QR code will let them look and see who they
I
were.
like that.
All right, so I'll get that with the Educational Advisory Board and we'll work on that. They already have a website, the design and location set up because they have it from Gary. So that's done.
Another thing to keep in mind is potentially that the Girl Scout, the one that did that, she did her silver and now she needs to do her gold project.
Oh, that's right, the one, the
dog one.
dog one, yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Maybe her.
Yeah, and her mom is a golden.
Yes.
Yes.
For sure, for sure.
Belém Malas, it's Monday, the 27th.
What is that?
Education Advisory.
Oh,
Okay,
This Monday coming up is special news
thank you very much.
at 6:30 in here.
Yeah, I have her contact. I'll give her a call, see if that's a great idea. All right. Great ideas. Thanks, everyone. Okay, new business. We want to welcome Axel Sorrentino. I saw a picture of the boy. He came out like he was, you saw the pictures on his Facebook site? That's where I go, what's this guy doing? High intensity training in utero? You know, and with a full head of hair, I'm like going, all right. Figures Chad would have like a perfect child, you know, so congratulations,
Thank you so
Chad,
much.
you know, and
Thank you.
I'm glad to hear you're not getting any sleep.
Nope.
You should not be excused from fatherhood.
No,
And I hope-
no sleep whatsoever.
And I hope your clothing smelled like vomit for at least a year and a half, like all mine did. The kid, burping up the food when you overfeed them. So welcome to fatherhood. There's
Thank you
nothing
so
better.
much.
There's
Thank you.
nothing better.
Thank
And
you.
congratulations to you and your wife. That
I
is
appreciate
so
it.
awesome.
Thank you.
Friday the 13th, baby. That's so cool. Okay. I think we need to do the approval of the A3 visual cost for recording the reindeer run.
we did that.
Did we do that already?
I mean, we could do it again just in case.
I don't recall, was it in the minutes? I didn't see it.
That was a long time ago. That's-
We didn't do it last meeting.
It's the additional delivery charge.
Oh, okay, there we go. We
Yeah.
did-
All right.
It was like 90-30.
So we did approve it?
We did approve part of it. It seems there's an additional delivery charge now.
97.50 for the
Okay.
banners.
Right, so a motion to approve the 97.50
Mhm.
additional delivery charge from A3 Visual Costs for recording the reindeer runs.
Well, I said the banners.
Second from
Wait,
PIO.
wait.
What's that?
We're talking two things, banners or recording?
This is for the banners, they're still holding them,
Okay.
right?
Oh, no, this is different. This is, okay, the banner's a big deal.
Which paper are we doing?
Yeah, we gotta, actually, I gotta reopen additions and deletions, because I need to add a new item.
Oh. this is different.
Yeah, there's a
I
new
see.
item, so I need to add, 8 Foxtrot, which is basically banner delivery. Our banners that we put up in town, you know, we pay the company to take it down and put them up, but not to bring them to the Mary Collins Center.
Right.
And so they were like going, can you guys, you know, they contacted us and they said, can you guys drive to the warehouse, load it up in your own personal pickup truck, and then drive back? And I'm like,
I did that last year.
and I'm like, well, you know, that's about 2-hour, 3-hour evolution for us volunteers. I go, how much does it cost to do it? They go, $93. I go, well, do you know how much if I had to bill everybody per hour, how much I would have to pay Ed and Judy per hour if I was gonna do Nicole, Larry, Chad per hour? I go, $97 is enough, you know, these guys bill in the hundreds of dollars an hour, you know, they can't take the time off to do it, Pedro as well. So that's gonna be 8 Foxtrot. So a motion to add that to the agenda is on the table by me. Anybody second it?
Second.
Seconded by PIO. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so I want to, I guess item 8 Bravo is no longer needed. It's not the right one, correct? So I move to
That was
delete.
fine. right? I mean,
I
we,
think so.
we voted that
I
a
remember
long
you
time
voted.
ago. Oh, yeah.
So I
Yes,
moved
omit
to,
that, or
I must have wrote it down wrong when I wrote the agenda. I moved to delete item 8 Bravo. And
second.
renumber everything accordingly. Okay. Let's defer item 8 Charlie to the end of the meeting, so we can get the stuff done. All right, let's take on the 8 Delta, the
We need to
leftover.
make a motion.
Okay, make a
First the one
motion.
for B, and then
All right.
the one for C.
Okay, I make a motion to delete item 8 Bravo.
She seconded, we
Yes,
just have
we
to
just need to
vote.
vote.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
And I make a motion to defer till the after 8 Foxtrot, 8 Charlie. Or we can do it.
Let's do it after. I think that's a great idea.
Mhm.
All right, seconded by Judy. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Okay, 8 Delta, leftover swag. What do you propose?
Well, my HR department is also a big instrumental part of my elves and volunteers at Toyota, and she said that our employees really love the shirts, and there's a lot of extra shirts and stuff, and is it okay if we keep them? And Isle said that bring it to the committee for a vote.
All right, I make a motion to allow headquarters Toyota to keep the shirts because they volunteer like crazy and all their time.
Second.
Seconded by Larry Bourne.
hold on.
You want us to autograph the shirts?
Oh, and aside from, I make a package for each sponsor and I kind of give them a handwritten note, a thank you note for this, so that they'll read that too. That's,
Oh, thank you. That's awesome. All those in
so they come
favor,
back.
all those in favor of giving the remaining t-shirts to those folks who helped us from headquarters Toyotas?
Aye.
Aye. Thank
Yeah,
you.
that motion. Okay. Item 8, Echo Fishing with America's Finest. They propose a date of March 29th. Isabella, do you see any issues of us reserving the Veterans Park
March.
29th?
It's Saturday. correct?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right now,
I think it's a fair, the 29th.
there's a health and wellness fair.
It's a fair going on the 29th.
That's in the Mary Collins, right?
Roberto.
No,
Alonso.
Roberto.
Roberto Alonso, no, I'm talking about the Veterans Committee.
So the only thing on the 29th on
Veterans
my
Park.
calendar is the health and wellness, I would want.
The only thing I will tell you is that spring break for schools, you know, that impacts
Yeah,
people
there's a
coming
lot.
with their kids, right? Because that's what usually happens.
We had a ton of kids.
Yeah.
But that's also the date of it.
Yeah.
It's great having the kids.
That's the end of.
Well, I mean, it could, I mean, there could be kids, how long is spring break, you know?
It goes from the 24th to the 28th.
So it's right, that's.
That's the
yeah.
last Saturday, so I assume people will be coming back either,
Is that
That
public
day-
school?
that's, yeah, public school,
Fine.
not even private.
Private schools mid-April,
Yeah, it's whenever Easter is.
April 20th.
But yeah, that's public and charter schools. So I think most people will be coming back the 29th, but the other thing is, it is the
The actual day.
anniversary
The
day,
actual anniversary.
and it falls on a Saturday, so maybe just let it ride.
Yeah, I
On
think-
the committee to know.
yeah, I mean, it's for the veterans, but you're right, a lot of kids came to that, but I think the veterans will bring their kids and grandkids, you know. So, I'd like to make a motion that we make March 29th set as the Fishing with America's greatest dates,
Finest.
finest, I'm sorry. And then we can, start planning on how we're gonna support them and stuff, and we need to reserve Veterans Park for that, just part of it, not the whole thing, just part of it. Actually, the one, you know, that big lake right across the street. So part of Veterans Park and that lake part across the street.
Yeah, we actually used a pretty good portion of it last time.
Yeah, we did, and
The
we
whole
can,
end, the whole
yeah, we
end.
kind of used the whole ends, and we had sponsors and stuff too, and folks, you know, we had a lot of veterans groups, and so we can get some few people to sponsor it too.
The only thing is, like I said, we have the only big event, we're gonna lose a lot of process.
Are we? That's the
So
one
that's
about
it.
Berto
Yes.
Alonso.
But the loss is big. About 7 or 8 different companies. Last year.
Oh, that's a big.
That's a
thing to
good
consider.
point, too.
That's a very good point.
What would be an alternative date?
How about the 22nd?
Oh, but that-
What do we still, that's.
Is
work
that
with the
gonna work?
sponsors.
I think that would be worse, to be
So
honest.
I'll
Yeah.
after.
The
So
week
you'll say,
after.
how about April 5th, April 5th?
Yeah,
Right now, there's only the neighborhood bike ride. That's in the morning. I know. It's in the morning and it's Main Street and it ends like at 9:30, so.
There you go.
Okay, that
So,
works.
yeah, I'm just letting you know that that's on.
Come on, Ed, just ride your bike to the fishing place.
I just think people are gonna, whatever.
You know, it's nice that we're not, I guarantee you, these veterans are not gonna wake up, you know, no one's an early.
Well, that's right, I keep thinking that, but I just keep remembering all the kids fishing and stuff like that, so, you know,
What time did it start last time?
start early, right? Like around 9?
9 o'clock, I think.
Yeah, about 9 o'clock, yeah. Went on for a while. I mean,
ends at 9:30?
It ends at 9, but again, it's a bike ride, so I don't know if it ends right at 9.
Whose bike ride is that?
The Neighborhood Improvement Committee, they start at Farmers Market, the Main Street area.
It's not their wine and dine one. That one's big.
No.
That one's huge.
The
No, that
wine
one's fun.
fed-
That one's huge.
No,
That's
that's the
not
bike, the
neighborhood.
culinary bike tour.
Yes.
Oh, no, that's
That's
not.
not,
neighborhood.
It's just that one, right? No, that wasn't it either.
No, that's the.
That's the culinary bike
That's the
tour.
calling.
No, this one's for
Yeah.
on.
Oh, okay.
That's-
All right. I think we can do it then. What do you guys?
April 5th.
April
Yeah.
5th?
So I'll make a motion to, we propose to Fishing with America's Finest on the date of April 5th.
Second,
Just write down PI for a second
Yeah.
every time.
That's a good second thing. If you forget it, you don't.
Early days. They really write 95% of the time. All those in favor? Okay, so April 5th. 09:30, we'll start, maybe start at 10. Guys. Okay, is, 8
Wait,
Foxtrot.
is April 5th okay with like holiday weekends and stuff like that, or?
yeah,
I
I think
didn't
that's
see
the only,
anything in
it's
my
not the
calendar.
13th.
The only thing conflicting would be,
The 13th is
would be the
Saturday,
American
Holy Week.
Legion meeting. I think we can defer. that.
13th.
Okay,
No, that'll be perfect. We don't defer. We actually have
Do it
everybody
there.
walk right out and go fishing.
Do it there.
Yeah,
started early,
Okay.
started earlier than usual.
yeah. We just started, you know, I mean, we just started meeting at 10. We started the Fishing with America's Finest sets up at 9. By the time these guys are done and walked out at 11, they go fishing. Oh, I guarantee you, now we're gonna have a crowd.
A lot of Vietnam veterans there too.
Yeah, you tell them free fishing, free with poles and food and beer. Oh, they'll be at there.
Be a free night.
They'll be out there. All right, April 5th. Cool. That's even better. That's a good point. They use celebrate. All right, 8 Foxtrot. I say that, I make a motion that the Veterans Committee pay delivery fee for $97.50. So the
I
company.
need to do 100, because
Wait.
it's an approximate, just to be
Okay.
on the safe side, yeah.
Make it 100, as a delivery fee to have the banners taken down and then delivered to, the storage at Mary Collins and put away. You know, thereby saving us 3 hours of running around doing it ourselves. Anyone want to second that motion? Cielo, thank you very much.
Right?
It's at $100, right? $100.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the name of the company?
And then A3,
Oh, it's still A3? Okay. So it's A3 Visuals.
yes,
Or
A3
banners.
visual.
Yes. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, last item, we have to vote for the chairman and vice chairman. We have that election every year, and now is that time of year to vote for chairman and vice chairman. Does anybody wish to nominate themselves to chairman or vice chairman?
No, I nominate you.
I'm double
William
nominated.
Perez to be the chairman.
Second has gone.
He said, it's official.
Hey,
No, he can't second it.
yeah, that was a nomination and a double nomination. And for vice chair nominations and
Larry.
Triple Larry.
triple nomination for Larry.
All right.
Okay, so the nominees are myself and triple nominated Larry. All those in favor?
Are you accepting the nomination?
Yes, I will accept the
Who's your
nomination.
second?
I got it.
Secretary.
I gotta know where else.
Yeah,
to go.
secretary.
Secretary. Oh, wait, we have to have secretary too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Judy.
Sorry, my apologies.
What?
Secretary, no?
No.
You
I
sure?
can't.
No, I like to nominate Chad as secretary.
Oh, Chad, yes, perfect.
I love his,
Second.
Yeah, thank you. He says, it's
That was
been second.
really
We're good.
If Chad will take,
Yeah, please, don't.
Sure.
Why? He doesn't
Stop.
sleep. It doesn't matter.
No,
yeah, you know what, sleep is not an issue, you're awake at 3 in the
Yeah,
morning
but-
anyway.
Yeah.
You might as well do something.
The top of my priority list.
That's right. Change your diaper, doing notes. Okay.
All over the
That's
keyboard.
right. That's right. The notes smell like, Gerber baby food. All right, so the nominations are myself as chair, vice chair Larry, and our secretary, Chad. All those in favor?
Alright. Thank you, guys. Thank you for that. Thank you.
All right, so we have our upcoming events, Arbor Day. I have to tell you, that's a very important World War I holiday that came out of World War I. A lot of times we coordinate with the garden club of Minor Lakes, and they figure out what to do, and we usually have a great suggestion, so we'll probably follow the same routine. We're gonna be doing the Fishing for America with America's Finest, so that's gonna be inserted. Then we have Memorial Day and everything. I hope everyone had a blessed holiday and Happy New Year to everyone. Really, really thank you everyone for everything you've done this past year. I mean, this committee, we have great committees, in Minor Lakes. We absolutely have great committees on the lakes. I think the other towns are jealous of how good our committees are, to be honest with you. You know, I hear about it all the time.
We have a good chair.
Yeah.
We have a good vice chair.
No, I mean, our veterans committee, I'm not just talking about the veterans
all the
committee,
committees.
all the committees are very good in Minor Lakes. I'm in the mental health task force. You're in the elderly affairs.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all fantastic. And I think, I like to think of the veterans committee, we do what our mission states that we're supposed to do. And
And
we
I
take
think
care of our
now-
veterans and we take care of our own.
Our mayor promised that he's gonna work closely with our committees. I spoke with him twice, and he said, yes, he wanna work with us.
So are we gonna have the reindeer run on the 6th or the 13th?
No.
We literally haven't even caught our breath yet. Okay, so,
I'd rather get it done.
yeah, no, I think it's great. Let's do this.
Is it really ideal? Kind of keeps it our second Saturday.
Yeah, I like the 13th.
Yeah, I will be there.
Oh, yeah. What are you talking about? You gotta run with a baby carrier.
I'm gonna make him.
Yeah, you got some things to push.
Well, haven't seen the
By
child.
then.
I had one of those things past me. You're fast. I've seen your time. You're fast.
I will defer that till next time.
I don't know, like, why? I make a motion to do December, at least put it down as a date, so we can reserve the field and stuff.
Okay.
For the next reindeer run game is December 13th, 2025. Can you reserve our field and stuff? And let's use that as a planning factor.
Okay, there's something at 6:30, but you're done before.
PM?
6:30. Yes.
Oh, yeah,
we're
we're
good.
Ready?
I second.
Reserve.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
12:13.
on a flag, and that way we don't have to worry about it. Okay,
Call
December
Ruben.
13th. The motion's on the table to approve December 13th
And we'll call it tentative because Ruben's got accepted too. If we're gonna use
yeah,
it.
as
We
a
probably
tentative
should.
date for the reindeer
We'll
run.
hold for now.
Okay, and will you tell him to hold too? Can we give Ruben?
I can, yeah.
Thanks.
I can give it.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion to adjourn?
Second.
Isabella, I gotta give you this, Santa Claus. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, meeting ends at 19:21. That's in an hour.
Right.